You're just the type Sergeant Anteve is looking for.
Have you come looking for us?
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
You there! How would you like to do something worthwhile? Yeah!
An unexpected visit. What brings you back, Vestige? At last! Where can he be found? Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the Halls of Torment. I was going to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current. But I am done with riddles and metaphors. I don't know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a foolish old man who glimpsed the wisdom of the scrolls and survived. When Tarn returns, we will combine our resources. We will find a path to these Halls of Torment soon enough.
We'll find Sai Sahan, and if men...
Vestige, meet me at the harborage. We are ready to rescue Sai Sahan.
Put a cork in it, Tharn. Sai's my friend. Probably the best friend I have. If the Vestige is going, I'm going too.
The time has come for another foray into oblivion, Vestige. We have one last ally in need of rescue. Indeed, Abnur Tharn and I have been meditating, scrying and poring over Menemarker's notes. And at long last we've discovered the location of the Halls of Torment. Our friend has suffered unimaginable and unending torment for nearly 2 years. Far longer than any mortal man should endure. But Sai Sahan, we have been able to determine the precise area of the halls where Sai is being held. This is why we were so long. Lyris and Abnur have both agreed to accompany you, but I fear their mutual enmity will complicate your task. Speak with them and hear what they offer.
What's wrong? What did Varen say? Then your choice is clear. I've known Sai Sahan longer than anyone. I should be the one to go. It's your decision. Just know that I'd give my life for you or for Sai. Would Tharn...
You look perplexed. What inscrutable riddles is Varen spout? Did he? What surprisingly good advice. Titanborn and I are more likely to kill each other than we are to help. The choice is yours. But I recommend choosing brains over brawn. I have valuable knowledge of the Daedra, and don't forget, a very wise decision.
Go with Abnur. Save Sai Sahan from the Halls of Torment. is the Amulet of Kings!
I heard stories about this foul place during my time in Cold Harbor. Chilling. I might have been... I heard stories. What's this? It looks like me. What in damnation is going on here? Where is the Amulet of Kings? Tell me or I'll gut you like a fish with your own sword. Witness the deadly power of my dark swords.
Your friends are here to save you. Pity they arrived too late. It's time for your next round of torture. You'll enjoy this one.
Well, that was unnerving. Can't say that I've ever had to kill a version of myself before, but I must say, even as an evil doppelganger, I'm a very capable opponent. They were a legendary group of Redguard sword masters, wiped out in the First Era by the Yokudan Emperor Hera. Sahan spent years trying to resurrect their ancient traditions, but failed utterly. The torturers here are using Sahan's memories and darkest fears against him in an attempt to break his will. He and I were never close. In truth, I enjoyed mocking him. I had no idea how deeply it affected him. Interesting. Oh please, we're adults, aren't we? The day I start considering people's feelings before speaking my mind is the day my efficacy as a politician comes...
We appear to have some unwanted visitors in the halls of torment. Let's make them feel welcome. Your friend always had the opportunity to free himself. All he needs to do is reveal the location of the amulet, and you can all be on your merry way. Enjoy your visit. You'll never leave the halls of torment alive.
Just tell me where the amulet is, and we can be...
Where is the Amulet of Kings?
Sai, my love, where is the amulet? If you tell me, this will all be over, and we can finally be together. They're after the amulet. Don't worry, my love. My sisters will deal with these...
She seems to be drawing power from those stones. Destroy them, quickly. Another doppelganger? I didn't...
If I can't give you my heart, I'll give you theirs. Fresh and still beating.
Another doppelganger?
I'll deal with them. You'll be safe here, my love. Time to feast!
Too late, once again. Come, my pet. Time for your next session.
Vestige, hold a moment. Well, well, well. Wasn't that a charming little scene? I can't wait to mock... to tell. Are you as blind as your vagabond emperor? The first room was about Sahan's failures. This room is obviously an attempt to leverage his subconscious desires. So, our Redguard friend has a secret crush on the half-giant. How revolting. Please. Titanborn has all the emotional depth of a Frost Atronach. But who knew Sahan was that sentimental? Then again, he did resist her charms. Good thing, too. That truly would have been a farewell kiss. I can only assume she's Sahan's personal torturer. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll be meeting her again.
We don't get many visitors in the halls of torment, but there's always room for a few more permanent residents. Ambition, such bravery. Such a pity we're going to skin you alive and feast on your intestines. In the halls of torment. Whether it takes a day or 1,000 years, Shai Sahan will be through.
The Amulet of Kings!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? This can all be over if you just tell me. You can finally rest. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Sai?
Have I been here 2 years? Or 2,000 years? I can no longer tell. But I will never break. Never!
I should have never trusted you! You failed me, Sai.
Who dares to defy the Duchess of Anguish? I will tear out your heart and make you feast upon it. What death do you prefer, mortal? Slow and painful or quick and painful? I think I'll kill you quickly, then resurrect you and kill you slowly. An eternity of agony. It will be glorious.
Sai is in pain. Release his bonds, quickly.
I do not know you. The Emperor? He lives? This day is filled. They tortured me for many months. Years, my strength is returning.
You have done it, Vestige. Bring him through the portal quickly. Shai Sahan lives. You've outdone yourself, Vestige. The minds of some men can endure hardships far greater than anything that Daedra can concoct. The forces of loyalty, honor, and we must recover the Amulet of Kings. but only when Sai Sahan has had time to recover. Sai locked the amulet away in the ruins of San Kotor and entrusted the key to one of his close associates. But he can tell you himself. Speak with him. He's eager to meet his...
I owe you my life. My lord calls you Vestige. A strange name. Is it true you're stranger still? My people say that bravery and honor are the hallmarks of a great soul. Yet you have both of those things in great measure. I had begun to think that honor... I cannot say. Physically, I am unharmed. But mentally, I feel a darkness in my heart. I hid the amulet in a sacred catacomb protected by magical wards. The means of lifting these wards are in the keeping of my old mentor, Kasura. As soon as I will try to rest. But the path ahead of us is a dark one. But it pleases me to know that I shall walk the path with friends. May we all rest a little easier tonight. I know I shall.
Ah, there you are. Come. We must talk. It is time, Vestige. Sai Sahan's strength has returned. You must accompany an ancient trading hub high in the mountains of Hammerfell, a place I thought lost to the ravages of time. Sai Sahan entrusted the... Come quickly! My Nimarcho is undoubtedly conducting his own search for the Amulet of Kings. We must not...
Honor and faith to you, my friend. We are nearly ready to depart. My Lord Varen requested that Tharn and Snow Lily join us, for safety's sake. Though I have seen fewer places as... An old friend, Kasura, dwells there. Before I was captured, I placed an enchanted ring in her keeping. The ring is a... She was my first mentor and instructor. A true master of blades. She still trains swordsmanship, but much more than that. Her teachings revolve around a trinity of body, blade...
I'll open a portal to hasten your journey.
Do you smell the scent of burning embers in the air? Oh, we may be in for a treat if Kasura is teaching the Firewalk. It is tradition for Redguard men to shave their heads, following a time of great trials. I shaved... There is an old Redguard proverb. A man is only as great as the beard that wears him. A full and healthy beard carries with it a sense of great honor and wisdom. Also crumbs. Oh, a few have tried. But a fool and his fingers are quickly parted. The Abbey is just down the path. We're fortunate that my Lord Varen opened a portal for us. This land... I cannot say. It is strange to return to these mountains. Memories of youth flood my mind, each one bringing its own sorrow or its own smile.
Oh, joy. We've been here less than 5 minutes and Sahan is already getting maudlin and weepy.
Shut up, Tharn. Don't let him get to you, Sai. Let him roll his eyes. Maybe he'll find a brain back there.
What is this? The Abbey burns! Quickly, we must find Kasura!
So much destruction. What could have done this?
I'm afraid I've seen this before. Keep an eye skyward, Titanborn.
Tears of Set. For what to do?
Kasura!
Sometimes it feels like these cultists
Kasura, are you injured? What happened?
Sai Sahan. Intruders. Cultists. They attacked the Abbey. So many of my students have fallen.
The Abbey is in ruins, Kasura. How could they?
Gigantic beast. Like nothing I've ever seen. Cultists. They're opening rift to oblivion.
No. Save your strength, Kasura. We will make them pay. I promise you.
What do you think? Trap?
It's only a trap if you don't know about it. I assume everything is a trap, therefore, it's a challenge.
In the name of Molag Bal, come forth and destroy his enemies! Heed me, Daedric minions, and obey! Hosts of Oblivion, come forth and feast.
Titan returns!
Sai Sahan and company at last. My pet has been waiting for you.
Skyward. Here it comes!
How many more of your friends must die, Sai Sahan? Where is the Amulet of Kings?
Sai, the Titan returns!
Eye skyward! Here it comes! Hey!
Well fought. Sai Sahan, my injuries are not serious. What are a few more scars to an old warrior? Scars have the virtue of reminding. They did not find the Ring of Stendarr's mercy. But now that the king... Indeed. Follow me. The hidden entrance will not be obvious.
Why would a crypt need a secret entrance?
It's a wonder there's an unplundered crypt in all of Skyrim. You Nords could learn a thing or two from the builders of Hammerfell.
Perhaps Hammerfell could also teach Nibene the virtue of good manners.
Here we are. Watch your step as you descend.
Tread lightly. Few living have been permitted to walk among these honored dead. Vard Hunding, son of Frandar do Hunding, Helhanse no Shira, the greatest of the Sword Saints. The hearth of every household in Hammerfell has a small alcove containing a copy of his father's greatest work, the Book of Circles. By the sword of my father, Nazir Ataf-Sahan, I pledge myself to the destruction of Manimarco and the liberation of Tamriel from the tyranny of the god of schemes, Molag Bal.
The ring is yours. Guard it well. I must return. Thank you. But I cannot leave the Valley of Blades.
I knew you would lead me to the ring eventually. Give it to me.
Your presence defiles this place, Manimarco.
Give me the ring, and I might spare your pathetic lives.
We struck down your Titan and we'll strike you down soon enough.
Titan was a prelude of what's to come if you continue to defy me.
Defy you? Your delusions of godhood are laughable, you ignominious corpse herder.
Very well, then. I'll simply take the ring from your corpses.
Blasphemy! How dare you raise the honored dead to fight your battle?
next time you hide something from the most powerful necromancer in all of Tamriel, you might reconsider hiding it in a bloody tomb.
Spread out!
Get the ring! Rest in peace, honor dead.
Souls of my ancestors, I will avenge Manamarco's blasphemy!
The ring is ours for the time. You must return to the Harborage and give it to Lord Varen. It will remain safe in his keeping until it is time to travel to Sancretor. Lyris, Abner, and I will... Lord Varen has been observing our progress. He will open a portal for you to...
The damage is great, but if you had not arrived when you did, there would be nothing left to rebuild. Be safe in the coming days, my friends. I look forward to your return.
The Abbey of Blades will rise from these ashes. If I survive the dark path we must walk,
In my mind's eye, I witnessed your battle with the Worm Cult and with the undead Unsay abominations. I witnessed the Titan's assault and sensed the deaths of many innocents. It is... vestige. Meet me at the harborage. We are ready to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. And so we've come full circle. I led the original 5 companions on a quest to reclaim the Amulet of Kings. At the time, I told myself it was for the good of all Tamriel. I was wrong, perhaps, but I wonder, will history repeat itself or rewrite itself? In truth, I fear using it. It was a holy city in the First Era, founded by Queen Alessia herself. It has since fallen into crumbling ruin. Before its capture, Sai Sahan hid the amulet. It is in the mountains of Calovia, the land of my youth. But I have little memory of that time. My exposure to the
The time has come for us to enter the catacombs of Sancre-Tor. Do not underestimate the dangers that await us. I have been through much, but this body is tougher than the great oaks of Valenwood. My Lord Varen will open a gateway to Sancre-Tor. The amulet lies in a vault protected by powerful magic, a ward of Stendarr, the god of justice and mercy. The catacombs contain 2 shrines dedicated to the Divines. We must consecrate them in Stendarr's name. When that is done, the Ring of Stendarr's mercy should open the vault doors. It is written that Alessia received the divine inspiration for her slave rebellion at Sancre-Tor, and so built her holy city there. We should avoid the Crypt of Heroes. I saw enough angry dead there to fill 9 lifetimes. Kusura and I barely escaped with our lives. We will enter through the inner...
The portal is open. Go now. Return with the Amulet of Kings.
Could have hidden that amulet anywhere in Tamriel, and this was your first choice?
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Brilliant. Why is it that the people with the most ridiculous ideas are always the ones who are most certain of them?
Shut up,
Shut up,
Tharn.
Tharn.
What brings you to Sancre-Tor, old friends? Looking for an amulet, perhaps?
Menomarco, how did you find this place?
Do you really think I'd allow you to escape the halls of torment if I couldn't track your every movement?
Sai, no! Menomarco, stop! You're killing him!
Where is the Amulet of Kings? My master, Molag Bal, demands it!
Your master, please. You would use the amulet to betray Molag Bal.
Fool! When I ascended, you could have been at my right hand, Tharn. Instead, you chose to align yourself with mongrels and imbeciles. Now, you'll die with them.
You won't get away with this. Do you really think you can betray a Daedric prince?
With the Amulet of Kings, all things are possible. Nations will tremble and bow before me. I will be a god!
The Amulet of Kings will never be yours. It is protected by a ward of the Divines.
You mean your ward of Stendarr, god of merciful forbearance, patron of gutless, law-abiding dimwits? It won't even slow me down.
Menomarco has been watching our every move. We led him. Menomarco may be powerful enough to break through Stendarr's ward eventually. If we can get to the shrines quickly and receive Stendarr, we must make our way to the inner courtyard. From there we can access the...
Sai, are you well enough to continue?
Have no fear, Snow Lily. I am Redguard. We are like mountain bamboo. Far stronger and more flexible than we might appear.
I find it hilarious that Menomarco...
Through that gate lies the Crypt of Heroes. We can enter if you wish, but it is a foul place where the dead are restless and angry.
Persistent, aren't you? Do you really think you can keep me from acquiring the
Amulet
amulet?
of Kings is under the protection of Stendarr's ward. It will never be yours.
Ah, Sai. You still don't understand, do you? My plan will succeed because of your ward of Stendarr. It will prevent Molag Bal from observing or interfering. By the time the ward is down and the amulet is mine, it will already be too late.
You're insane if you think you can betray the god of schemes.
Naive child. You know nothing. Chim El Adabal, the red diamond at the center of the Amulet of Kings, is the most powerful soul gem ever created. With the amulet in my possession, I will absorb Molag Bal's power, reducing him to an empty husk of ethereal flesh. Then I will trap his essence within the gem. Time. The name Molag Bal will be forgotten. In time, all of Tamriel will bow down before me. Soon, the god of schemes will have a new name. Menomarco.
Please, a moment, my friends. I must rest before we continue.
Sai, are you all right? That bastard really hurt you, didn't he? I swear to the gods, I'll take his head off.
I'll be fine, Snow Lily. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Take all the time you need. I'll keep watch. If there's anything I can do, just name it.
An enchanting moment. I'll be over here bringing up my lunch.
You better keep an eye on me. I'm getting ready to punch Tharn again. Sai Sahan is nothing if not determined. He once told me that achieving victory is like wrestling an ogre. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when the ogre is tired. Me? I'll chase Mannimarco to the furthest corners of oblivion if I have to. Vengeance is a powerful motivator. We're two of a kind. Stoic. Isn't that what people call us? Our hearts are connected, but we don't talk about our feelings.
Zet's tears. I thought I could handle this. Mannimarco's sorcery brought back... I have pushed my body much further than this. It is my mind that pains me. That voice. Mannimarco's voice. It taunted me over and over. I will make it through this, my friend. I did not endure years of torture in the... We must consecrate the 2 shrines with Stendarr's blessing before the vault can be opened. The shrine is on the far side of the room. Quickly, we must find our way across.
I've a surprise for you, Sai. Do you remember your fallen comrades from the Dragon Guard? I've taken the liberty of raising them, and they're quite anxious to see you.
Again, the King of Worms defiles the memory of the honored dead. I have no wish to disfigure the corpses of my old comrades of the Dragon Guard, but we must consecrate the shrine. The shrine is on the far side of the room. Stendarr, God of mercy, charity, and justice, empower us with your wisdom and vision. Help us to right the wrongs of this world through your grace and with your guidance. Encourage us as we smite the wicked and punish the unjust. Now, we have only to consecrate the second shrine before we can enter the vault.
You certainly did a thorough job hiding the amulet, Sai. Couldn't you have just stuffed it in a mattress or something?
The second shrine is in the chamber beyond. There is a trick to reaching it. A puzzle of sorts. I do not recall it so much. The altar is on the far side, but to reach it, the drawbridge must be lowered.
A lever puzzle? A lever puzzle?
The shrine is on the other side of the chasm. The drawbridge is controlled by those levers. There's a pattern to it. All the levers must face the same way for the bridge to open. I seem to recall that... The shrine is on the other side of the chasm. The drawbridge is... I seem to recall that using one will cause the adjacent levers to switch their positions. Perhaps that will be of some help. The shrine is on the other side of the chasm. The shrine is on the other side of the draw.
You did it! The bridge is down!
You are starting to annoy me. Kill them!
Grace through these consecrations. We beseech you to lower your wards and grant us safe passage into the vault of kings.
Dank corridors, crumbling walls, nauseating smells. This place has all the charm of a Riften brothel. It must feel very much like home to you, Titanborn.
You mean a crypt filled with the rotting corpses of inbred kings and failed statesmen? Must be what it's like at a Tharn family reunion.
It is much more pleasant in the summer months.
Your pathetic efforts will not succeed. The Amulet of Kings will be
I
mine.
swear by Stendar's grace and the sword of my father, you will not win, Mannimarco.
Soon, you will know the extent of my power and bow before me. Through the power of the Amulet of Kings, I will be transformed. All the nations of Tamriel will bow before me. They will worship me and beg for my mercy. All will know the name of Mannimarco as their one true god.
You'll never get away with it, Mannimarco. We'll fight you to our last breath!
By all means, my old friends. Try and stop me.
Almost there. Let's finish this.
There it is. The door to the Vault of Kings. The shrines have been consecrated in Stendar's name. Now you must use the Ring of Stendar's mercy to open the vault. Stand in the casting circle and direct the ring at the doors to lift the ward. The door should open wide. Look, the amulet. I can see it from here.
You are nothing. I am Mannimarco!
Keep Mannimarco occupied. I'll close the portal.
Arise! Obey me!
I will hold them at the portal. Focus on Metamarco!
Death can stop the most powerful necromancer Tamriel has ever known. This is merely a transition. My first step towards true immortality. Now witness my true power! Watch as I rise up from the grave and ascend to godhood!
Worm! You think you can betray the Lord of Brutality and Domination without consequence? You will pay for your arrogance. You will writhe in agony for the rest of eternity. Your tortured screams will echo throughout oblivion to serve as a warning to others.
It is done. The Amulet of King. Metamarco will pay dearly for the rest of eternity. One cannot out-scheme the god of schemes without paying a heavy price. Sai Sahan must rest, as must we all. We can sleep a little easier knowing the King of Worms has been defeated, but we cannot rest too long. I've not forgotten Vestige. It is another piece of the puzzle, and we shall address it in due time. But for now, let us rest and recover. As all. The companions assemble once more. Travel to the harborage. It is time for our final preparations.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
I brew fragrant elixir.
Hail and well met.
They're having an important meeting and asked if I give them some privacy. I mean, do you believe it? Where's the trust? Pop on out to the rubbish tip, Cadwell. There's a good lad. Do I mind? Oh.
Welcome back, Vestige. News of Mannimarco's demise spreads far and wide. Like worms, his followers burrow deep into the earth to escape this. As ever, straight to the point. You've done the impossible. The King of Worms has been consumed by the wrath of Molag Bal. The power of his worm cult is broken. That is the grim truth of the matter. But the Amulet of Kings is in our possession, and there is still much to do. In my sleep, I hear his tormented screams, and Molag Bal forces visions of his eternal torture into my mind. I can see. Behold the fate of the King of Worms.
Please, no more! It was a misunderstanding, Great One! Let me serve you! Let me prove my loyalty! No more, I beg of you!
Mannimarco's torment will be endless. The god of schemes will use him to set an example. All who follow him will know you cannot hope to betray the greatest of betrayers. I cannot help but pity him, despite all he has done. But this is not why you were called here, Vestige. Come, Sai Sahan will speak with you first.
The greatest of the Sword Saints, Divad, tells us that destiny's a chain, forged one link at a time. Our chain is near... It is you, my friend. You are the link. I will not bore you with effusive praise, but state it plainly. You are a great warrior. When Emperor Varen first brought the 5 companions together, he did so in the hope of creating a Tamriel where all men could live freely and safely beneath one banner. The 5 companions failed, betrayed from within by one of our own, the Worm King Mannimarco. All that came after was the result of one man's treachery. Now 4 of the 5 are reunited. We want you to join us as our 5th member. You were the champion we should have had with us back then. Don't look so grave. This is largely symbolic. But please, humor an old soldier. My lord, with your permission.
You needn't call me that anymore, Sai-Sahan. We are equals now.
All those years ago, when we fought beneath our lord's banner to free the Empire from the Longhouse Emperors, we did so with a dream of freedom and peace in mind. Not just for the Empire, but for all of Tamriel. Together, we forged a fellowship stronger than any blade, only to see it shattered upon the rocks of deceit by one of our own. That fellowship is no more. Yet we 4 have assembled here, united by a single purpose. It is not vengeance that drives us, but truth and loyalty and justice. I, Sai-Sahan, steward of the Abbey of Blades, call for the 5 companions to be reforged this day by the light of Stendarr and the heart of Lorkhan. May our blade of fellowship be forged anew, and may the vestige, our mutual friend and ally, become its tip, that we may thrust it straight into the heart of a Daedric prince.
Sai-Sahan is right. You are the member that we should have had all those years ago.
It is as the scrolls foretold. The soulless one will become the brightest of 5 stars, and they shall guide us to the coming dawn.
Oh, please, you melodramatic sots. Fine, fine. If seeing one of your foolish prophecies come true will help to ensure the safety of the Empire, I'll play along.
Stand united once more. The 5 companions are reforged, and together we will strike down the God of Schemes!
Come here, my friend. I've got a few things I want to say before you go. It's been a long road, hasn't it? My father used to say that if you avoid all of life's abrasions, you'll never be... I've been thinking about our adventures and the hardships we've faced together. We're in the last leg of this journey, aren't we? I don't regret any of it, but it occurs to me that... Where do you see yourself going after all of this is over? I mean, assuming we survive, get your soul back, and stop Molag Bal. Traveling is a humbling experience. You see firsthand what a small place you occupy in the world. Funny thing is... Me? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Sky... What? No! Can you imagine it? Lyra's Titanborn, shepherd, farmer, housewife. I need to be out in the wind and wild. And if I ever find my life mate, he'll feel the same way. My turn. What's your one regret about all we've been through? You never get used to it. My father, he'll die over and over again for the rest of... Oh, lots of things. Friends lost. One last thing. You like mead? Oh, my small friend, you are hopeless, aren't you? I've been saving a bottle for a special occasion. Real Skyrim mead, too. I don't suppose you'd want to share one, regardless of the taste. Let's not forget the struggles that got us to this point. We're almost home. We just have a bit further to fight.
Are you all insane? You do realize what we need to do, right? We have to fight a Daedric prince. Amulet or no, this is going to mean more death. Vestige, come here. I'll tell you what they're afraid to mention. Getting all chummy with Titanborn? I enjoy the company of clever, well-informed people. You really should try it sometime. The farmer doesn't thank the cow when it voids itself on the field, but it still makes the crops grow taller. I suppose it is, but that wasn't the reason for this heartwarming reunion. Varen and I have spoken at length since you recovered the amulet, and have determined our final course of action. Molag Bal remains a threat, and Tamriel... First, the plane meld must be stopped. Even now, forces gather and plan an assault on Oblivion. Then, and only then, can you take the fight to Molag Bal himself, to restore protection to Nurn. I know more about the Daedra than any man or mer alive. For good or ill, my family has always kept ties with the forces of Oblivion. With the amulet in our possession, we may be able to wound him severely, and in the process force him to relinquish every last soul he has stolen, including... The ritual we performed with the Amulet of Kings caused the soul burst and damaged the veil between worlds. If the damage is to be repaired, I must attempt the ritual again, this time with you. Only if we use it here on Nurn. But if we were to travel to Coldharbour, we might be able to harness its power. Calling upon the power of the amulet in this manner will consume someone's soul, utterly. One cannot channel the power of the gods without paying such a price. Unfortunately, you don't have a soul to consume, and I am needed to perform the ritual. More specifically, one of our 3 companions. I suspect that's why they're so nauseatingly over-appreciative and fawning. Of course it is. The fact of the matter stands, however. One of the 5 will need to give their life to fuel this attack, when the time comes.
So you said before the vestige arrived. And I've already thought it over. I'll do it.
Snow Lily, no. You should not need to give your life this way. This is my duty. Penance for my numerous failures. This is my chance to make things right.
The scroll said nothing of this moment, and so I am not bound to their dictates. Vestige, I ask that you let me do this one thing. All that has happened was because of my hubris. I shall be the one.
Sire, you've done enough. This was Manimarco's doing, not yours.
As the one who will fight the Daedric Prince, the Vestige should decide.
I don't see you leaping to volunteer, Tharn. Saving your own backside again?
Hard as it may be, Lyris, don't be an idiot. I'm the only one who knows the ritual, and we don't have time to teach anyone else.
That's enough. It won't be decided here and now. Vestige, come here. I have some final words for you. It appears we have come full circle, Vestige. That millions of others may live, yes. Do not be troubled. Any one of us would gladly make such a sacrifice. As Tharn has said, there are already plans in motion to infiltrate Coldharbour. You must be part of them. The chains that anchor us to Oblivion draw us ever closer. They must be severed once and for all. When the plane meld has been thwarted and the dust has settled, the 5 companions will gather one last time to face out.
Ah, good. I found you. Speak with me a moment, if you would. Greetings. I am Varnus Galerion, head of the Mages Guild. I have need of your— Yes, it's high time Tamriel was free of Molongbal's grip. The Anchors, the Daedra, the Undead, they devastate our fragile mortal plane. I have a plan. I want you to meet with Razumdar, first in the eyes of the Queen. He'll be at the Mages Guild in Skywatch. Even Iren's personal agents think my idea is sound.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Seems like just moments ago we were in Dune, yes? It is a good thing Raz is so quick on his feet. Wouldn't want you waiting on him. Like we are waiting. Yes. Vanus Galerian of the Mages Guild requested your presence. He begs your assistance with a hopeless task. He seeks to bring the Alliance leaders together for a meeting. One which the Queen tells Raz that you speak with her authority, yes? This responsibility is a great one. Better you than Raz. You are aware of what will be in. Certain communications must be made. Dangerous communications. This will ensure the safety of all. Job for Cariel?
What can I tell you about the magic?
Do it yourself.
Why?
Thrush is a homicidal maniac, and Copper Daria, let's just say I'm not her favorite person.
Why is Copper Daria displeased with Cariel?
I may have collapsed a building on top of her. Accidentally.
Ah, yes. This one forgot about that. Very well. Raz will take care of it. And he will send Copper Daria your warmest regards.
Apologies for my lateness.
Damn it, Raz! Not so close!
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it. The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault. You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think...
What can I tell you about the...
Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galerion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Queen Irenne's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
So Queen Irenne sends her personal champion into the stronghold of her greatest enemy. Either she has a lot of faith in you, or she's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak. Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess. Tell me then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, that's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, "I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty." I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irenne and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm too.
Tell Cariel that I hope to drop in for a visit very soon. From an upper story. She'll know what I mean.
So, you've been mingling with the enemy, have you, Daria? Just so you know, I already knew that.
Oh, I love to mingle, Your Majesty. I'm gonna mingle their heads right off their necks one of these days.
That went well, I think. To Mournhold, where Skald King Yoren is waiting for us. I'm given to understand that his palace is inaccessible at present, and for a variety of reasons.
Watch yourselves, outsiders. Give us a good reason and the Armigers will cut you down where you stand.
We'll burn you.
And shatter you.
Any questions?
Honored Skald King, I am here as the personal champion of Queen
Master
Irene.
Galarian, please continue.
My companion hopes to speak with you about the impending Cold Harbor crisis.
I have heard tales of this one. The Skald King favors the bold, even among his enemies. Come, champion, let us speak. I will stay your execution since you came all this way. But choose your words carefully. I'm not a patient king. Yes, well, I am both suspicious and curious. To fear death is to fear life. I am Nord. Who? The Three Alliances? As magical travel rattled, where the All Flags army was born. If the other leaders agree, I will attend. If nothing else,
I didn't think it. We have much to do. Come. All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part. Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and... everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to this? Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to...
The word has been given.
A moment, please! I'll wait for you on the other side!
Our representative, Captain Alfari, is in charge of security.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to... I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts. 2 kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task, I promise you.
Third.
Look! It's Lady Laurent!
Careful with that, you clumsy fool.
The summit is just ahead.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
Vanus Galarian, as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait.
The summit is just ahead.
Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanus. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins! Haven't you finished tying those bags yet? Oh, you really are hopeless. I don't care who you are. If you can't carry my luggage, you're useless to me.
At the summit. Wonderful. It's Tellinger. Here's Tellinger, the artificer
The summit
himself.
is just ahead.
Must it always take a crisis to pull you away from your toys, Telly?
Vanus, your robes smell of failed experiments and your words of failed wit.
Tell me, Telly, what Dwemer rubbish pit did you crawl out of this week?
You really must learn to respect your betters, old friend.
Do let me know when one happens by, won't you? I don't have the time or the energy, Tellinger, so I'll bid you good day. The captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
Captain Alfari, has the island been secured?
Aye. All ships in the area have been diverted away from the island, and the wards are in place.
And the Alliance leaders?
They'll be here any moment. You three should get over there as soon as you can.
We're on our way. Thank you, Captain. We must make haste.
High King Emeric of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Aldmeri Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emeric.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the Ruby Throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my Lion Guard.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately. Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Cold Harbor. That would... An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you... The summit's in your...
Save your breath. I will not, but what about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly... Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand. How dare you? I should kill you where you stand. History will remember the Skull King as the...
With our combined strength, we might have a chance. Is there? What did you have in... Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Cold Harbor to fully understand... An excellent point. Very well. If you can convince the...
This queen of yours is spirited. That's more than I'm getting from them. What? I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few, and Molag Bal's followers are legion. Arce's beard, you're a bold one. But you may be right. If you can convince the barbarian and the child queen...
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse? I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to... With very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. I have an ill feeling about this.
He has arrived. I can't.
Chaldean! What's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Molag Bal!
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back! How amusing! And yet, so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Chaldean!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable rift.
Don't mind me.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. Agreed. There's no time to waste. Yes, at the Iliad Well at the center of the island. After that terrible display of power.
Honored leaders, you have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Cold Harbor!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Cold Harbor.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me,
This alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Akruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanus.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
Stendarr, protect us all! We're as ready as we shall ever be. Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped. It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Cold Harbor.
Hello, what's this? Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good. Rotten luck. They arrived in Cold Harbor, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to... Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good. What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads to the Hollow City. Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Welcome back to Cold Harbor, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd snuffed it. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Cold Harbor. Do have a look around. Lovely day for it. Soak up the ambiance, the grandeur, the wonder. I have the honest feeling we've discussed this before, or did I already mention that? No matter. I am Sir Cadwell the Undaunted. Sane? That's in the north, isn't it? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Did I? I don't recall that. But there is a bridge just ahead. Leads to the city. Rather a drab, empty place at present, but, Sane? That's in the north. Am I not speaking the common tongue of Nirn? I was once fluent, but time does get on. Hello, what's this? Hello, what's this?
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. You may refer to me as the Groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. It could be. There is no safer place in Cold Harbor, for Molag Bal's reach cannot extend into the hollow city. Watch and listen. While I could... Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name. Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Cold Harbor to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid King Lalorian Dainar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid King single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Cold Harbor. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Cold Harbor. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid King was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nirn. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes. I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vana Scalarian, the Ayleid King, and this city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Cold Harbor will have an effect on the Hollow City. I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. I offer you what help I can. You must gather those who were lost. King Dinar and Vanus Galarian have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, as you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those. Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid King, held within a tower of darkness. Vanus the Mage is somewhere in the... I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid King, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dinar, you must recover the Lights of Meridia. The Lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness. Originally, the Lights were a gift from Meridia, power that protected the city and made life easier for its inhabitants. When she pushed the city, King Dinar is trapped within a tower of darkness, bound by shadows and dark. As you no doubt noticed, Molag Bal's realm has its own defenses. Things that teleport onto this plane tend to get scattered, as were your rumors only, I'm afraid. I have heard tales of a strange prison to the northwest, a tower that is...
This is just terrible. What should I do? What should I do?